Women contribute significantly to the dairy space. Right? Specific, field mitras. So, whose only job is to take the solution, go test on, multiple cattle on a daily basis, right? And take a lot of feedback. The jokes that runs in my family is, as they say in Tamil, so in that sense, so as part of eDairy, we have developed multiple technology stacks. So besides building an end-to-end full stack solution for lending and insurance, so where from a lending standpoint, borrower, co-borrower, KYC and scorecard. Similarly, we have built a cattle KYC and a cattle scorecard system.
Okay.
Right? So this as an entire full stack for the dairy lending and insurance. So when it comes to the cattle KYC and cattle scorecarding, cattle KYC is about the muzzle identity.
Understood.
Which we sort of
it's the identity
discussed.
of the cattle.
The other sort of stacks that essentially comes in is in terms of, so using the back image of the cattle and a couple of data points, we are able to estimate the health of the cattle.
Okay.
So this is based on complete veterinary science. So we have senior veterinarians as part of our team. Dr. JTK, who is pretty famous, especially if you Google up in YouTube.
Okay.
You can sort of find him. So he's part of our team. So we have taken inputs from multiple veterinary science colleges as well. So what we have basically modeled is the veterinary science and the brain of the veterinarian as an artificial intelligence algorithm, where based on the back images of the cattle and a couple of data points, we are able to estimate the health of the cattle.
Why the back image? Just out of curiosity, why? I mean, instead of the full frame of the cattle, why is the back image so important?
See, we all know what BMI is, right? Body mass.
Body index.
Right?
Yes.
So similar to this, for cattle, there is a concept of body condition scoring, BCS.
Okay.
So this is a veterinary science concept. So where it takes the bone structure and other things as part of estimating the health.
Okay.
Right? So and hence essentially looking at the back image. So this is one. And of course, while we essentially build solutions, you want to take as limited data as possible while giving the best of the solution.
Correct.
That is from a product design standpoint. Right? So from that perspective, we essentially have built this health index system for cattle. The third essentially is in terms of the milk yield estimation.
Okay.
Right? Where based on the side and the udder images of the cattle, we are essentially able to estimate the current milk yield. So let me, I was telling you, not all cows give milk all the time.
Yes.
Right? So, it is pretty fascinating how close cows are to human beings. They also essentially go through a cycle in terms of coming to heat, getting impregnated, becoming pregnant. There is early lactation, there is mid lactation, there is a late lactation, and there is a dry period.
Okay.
Right? So, and the milking capability of the cattle essentially varies with time. Right? So in that sense, you can see how close it is, and there is absolutely every reason that cows are revered in our culture. Right? So essentially, what we are able to do using the veterinary science and artificial intelligence is using these side and udder images, we are able to estimate the current milk yield of the cattle.
Okay.
So why this is important? Because in enough cases, the farmers, they don't have the milk slips.
Okay.
Right? Which is very important when it comes to providing loans.
Okay.
Right? The second also is in terms of, in some cases, it is either handwritten or it could also be tampered. Right? So now using our solution, we will be able to essentially give a exact, an approximate estimate of the milk yield of the cattle, and not just the current milk yield for the next 12 months.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Because it essentially goes through multiple stages. So now this gives a visibility of the income from the cattle.
The prospective income from the cattle.
Yes.
And how, of course, this is definitely for a lending institution to have this data is quite valuable. And for the farmer perspective, also for the dairy farmer, to be able to provide this data in a very structured format definitely eases out them being able to access financial products, etc., using their cattle as a collateral or as a solution.
Absolutely.
This is very interesting.
So besides this, the value of the cattle. So we essentially come out with all these data points. Now all these data points become an additional underwriting data for the credit team.
What is the mix of your team in the sense, because it is such a, it's one of those projects, right, that there is so much that normal people from a metropolitan kind of background would not be able to fully appreciate, understand, what tends to happen. Does your team also have a mix of people who have a background, or a family background hailing from agriculture, agri-tech, those kind of sorts, dairy-based? Do they have, what kind of mix do you have in terms of your team?
So from day one, I was, pretty conscious about the kind of customers and the users that we will be having. So, and we also built the team through the COVID period.
Oh,
so
okay.
that also gave the opportunity where that I can fairly take in people working remote. So if you see, about 50% of the team, the tech team is from rural. A tier 2 or a tier 3 place.
Okay.
And about 35% of the team, they either have cattle at home or in their neighborhood.
30% of your team actually has good. So they have, it would be a very exciting thing for them to see the growth in this project as well, right?
So in all our product development cycles, all that I have to do is, hey, we have this diversion, go and test.
Go test it
on
in
your cattle or in your neighbor's cattle, right? So that really helped, in our development cycle. And we used to have specific, field mitras. So whose only job is to take the solution, go test on, multiple cattle on a daily basis, right? And take a lot of feedback. And given that our solutions are significantly used in the rural, our entire product development cycle is totally very focused there, right? Let's say for example, everything that we do, essentially the inputs come from the customers and the users more from the rural. Second is in terms of, for example, even our testing cycle involves people going to the field and testing. And even if our testing team is testing from their home, we have strict condition that they should use only 3G.
Okay.
During
3G.
The testing. Yes.
Oh, why are we thinking about 3G?
See, of course, in rural, a lot of things have been improved significantly
over a period of time,
where we have 4Gs and 5Gs available in different parts of rural. But there are spots and there are pockets where probably there is limited connectivity or only 3G is available.
Absolutely.
And in some cases, there are no internet that is available. So from that perspective, we have always had solutions which can, one, work offline, where the collection of the data and some of the AI resides on the phone.
Okay.
Right? Where no internet is needed for the collection of the data and all that. It is getting stored, inside the app. But of course, we have built, so that also required building a lot of security around the solution so that all these data leaks and other things does
not occur.
Right. So in that sense, the solution required the offline capability, and then as and when the internet is available, even if it is 3G, right, the data can then be pushed from the mobile to the server, right? So we had to take all these things into consideration while developing the solution.
So, but still, do we I know this is a hypothetical instance. Considering as a farmer, I have taken the muzzle score of my cattle. I have provided you with relevant information for credit purposes. How soon is a farmer going to be able to avail a loan facility?
See, we are progressing towards sort of let's say once the data is collected, can we sort of deliver the loan T+1? So that is sort of the end goal that we are sort of progressing towards, and the systems and tools that we are building is more towards that particular goal. See, so the people in lending will essentially will obviously say this, it's like it is easy to lend, harder to collect.
Harder to collect, yes.
Right? So in that sense, in some way we are lending to people who or this is true for any lending, right? So we are essentially lending where the borrower may or may not repay, right? So we need to have enough systems, tools, and verifications to sort of ensure that the odds of the repayment is very higher, right?
Yeah.
So from that perspective, the tools that we have essentially developed will simplify and speed up the entire process and add to the increasing of the probability of the repayment.
Okay. So I'm also aware that eDairy also ties up with lending partners directly to kind of offer a more streamlining to this lender-borrower relationship as well. Could you throw some insights on that? How is that?
So we what we essentially do is we work with small finance banks and microfinance and financial institutions, and we also partner with the milk aggregators, right? The Milky Mists of the world. So on one end we essentially have the access to the farmers and working with the financial partners. We have feet on street whom we call as Mitras, and using our digital full stack solution, we essentially go to the field, work with the farmers, get the data, do help in our own sort of underwriting, and essentially provide all this data to the lending institutions where they will also have a process for the final underwriting and then essentially provide the loan services to the farmers. The same is the case also from the insurance standpoint, right? So where we, our systems are integrated through APIs with the insurance companies. So it is the onboarding as well as the verification of the cattle post-death completely happens digitally, right? And everything is through the images.
Okay, so saves a lot of time and also facilitates all for our partners, let it be lending partners or insurance partners, to actually process information of our dairy farmers and to actually expedite the entire process. That's
Absolutely.
a very interesting take. So one interesting take I would like to hear from you is, see, most industries have segmented approach on let's say gender inequality tends to be prevalent. So in that instance, how has solutions that eDairy has offered, like you gave us a wonderful example of how a dairy farmer who lost her husband ended up now progressing more onto an entrepreneurship role. So similarly, how would you say this solution that eDairy has offered has also transformed women entrepreneurs or women who are actually in the rural community who want to progress? If you can throw some light.
This is a fascinating data point. So if you essentially look at dairy, you go to any household, women contribute significantly to the dairy space, right? They essentially take care of the cattle, and what we have seen is about 50% of the bank, the accounts to which the money comes, belongs to women. And if you look at the data points that are available, women contribution to dairy is about 75%, whereas if you look at agri, it is about 35% or so. So dairy in some sense is is an important economic activity in rural, where women take a lot of pride that I as well contribute to the income of the family household. And that is extremely fascinating to see. And there are a whole bunch of cooperatives which are women only.
Okay.
So that there is sort of an empowerment which happens women, especially in the rural household.
Okay.
And in the case of the loans that we disburse, we often ensure that either the borrower or the co-borrower is actually a woman who is part of the household.
Okay.
So that essentially the financial inclusion is also women-driven from that perspective.
That's wonderful to hear, actually, Balaji.
We have always heard of technology first or mobile first. From day one, we were AI first.
Oh,
right?
okay.
And just to clarify, AI here is artificial intelligence, because in dairy, when I was constantly using AI, it also means artificial insemination.
Oh. In this episode, we explored how veterinary science and technology are transforming the dairy industry, empowering farmers and enabling rural financial inclusion, especially for women. What's exciting in this innovation is that AI-powered tools are capturing data even without internet access, solving a very real challenge faced by the rural communities. With this, stay tuned for the next episode, where we dive deeper into the ground realities of the solution and explore how AI-driven solutions are actually creating an impact to the last mile customers. Thank you.